Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I had a subscriber ask me on my range spaghetti video how I lit the fire out in the fire pit that day that I made that. And what I did is I lit that with a lighter and what's called a feather stick. And what a feather stick is it's a little piece of wood that you make small shavings on, and then you ignite those shavings with a lighter or some other ignition source. Now, I typically like using a lighter for that. Me and another guy got into a bit of an argument years ago about lighters and ferro rods, and I said, a ferro rod's a good thing to have. Because it lights in a lot of different circumstances. And he said, "Oh, well, why do you want that? Just carry a lighter." Well, carrying a lighter out in the woods without the right technique, you can set yourself up for failure. And that was what I told him at that particular time. So each of both a ferro rod and a lighter both have a real specific set of circumstances that they're good in, at least in my opinion. Now, take me for example. I've made a lot of fires in my life, and I talked to my wife in one day a couple years ago. Hey, let's go out and have lunch in the woods. And we went out, and we were going to have lunch in the woods, and it snowed the night before. And it snowed about an inch, 2 inches of a wet snow that was stuck all over the trees and everything. And that was fine and dandy until about noon when we got out there, and the temperature got just above freezing, and it was almost like being in a rainstorm. And I had all my fire lighting stuff with me. I had my fire kit, the whole 9 yards with me. It took me a half an hour to start a fire out there. And I mean, I was like in my own backyard doing this. So you got to have your technique right, I guess is what I'm saying with this. And I'm no expert bushcrafter, but I thought because of that comment I was going to show what a feather stick is and how I use them. And I like using them here in my garage because it's kind of it's easy to use them with the lighters and stuff that I have here. The wood that I got here, this is ash, and ash isn't the best because it's a hard wood to make feather sticks out of. You normally would make a feather stick out of a softer wood. But I got to use what I got, and that happens to be ash here. And this is what a feather stick looks like. You just take your knife and you carve these little shavings on, or feathers on the stick like this, and then you'll use your lighter or your other open flame source or whatever your ignition source is to light these. And hopefully I'm going to show you here how to do that. You want a little bit of a square piece of wood to start with, and all you do is you take a sharp knife. You got to have a sharp knife for this, and you're going to run this down the edge of your piece of wood. And because this is ash, this is really hard wood, so it doesn't work as good as it does with some other type of wood. But like I said, ash is what I have here in my area, so I got to learn to use with what I have. And I'm not blessed with a lot of the soft woods that some of the bushcraft channels use, so I have to use what I got. So I'm just you just turn your piece of wood, and sometimes you'll slip and you'll cut them off and you got to start over, but that's all right. That's just all part of the learning process of this. But you just turn your stick like this, and you get those thin shavings of wood on. What'll make make it easy to ignite. And that's what they look like right there. So I'm actually going to take some of this here. I got some real small pieces of kindling here that I made. I'm going to take these over here to the wood stove, and I'm going to light a fire with these. All right, I got everything down here. I got my feather sticks that I made, my lighters, and my little bit of kindling. Now we're going to see if we can't get these to light. Now these are just one of my everyday carry lighters. I got a couple different ones that I use, especially this year. I'm going to see if I can't get this lit. And you want to turn these over so they ignite all the way around. We're going to get this guy in here, get another one going. Take another little piece, get that in there. And another one. And even in a controlled situation, things don't always work the way you want, so it's just a practice thing. Get these guys going here. And you want to be able to take your lighter and light stuff in about I'd say 4 to 6 seconds. You want to have your stuff lit. So you don't want to, especially if you're not in a controlled environment like this, so you're not wasting any of the fuel in your lighter any more than what you have to get your stuff lit. You can see there, it's starting to take off now. So anyway, this is Modern Refugee. I just want to do this quick video to explain what a feather stick was, because I had that subscriber ask me in that comment what I used to start the fire for the range spaghetti video. So anyway, this is Modern Refugee. I appreciate all you guys out there. Hope you guys got a little information, a little entertainment out of this video. For you guys that aren't complete diehard bushcrafters out there, now you know what a feather stick is and how I kind of use them here in my wood stove and fire pit. You guys have a good day.